2 of these for the bigger horses and 1 of these of oats for the smaller horse. So this is Thunder's stall right here. Let's see here. Thunder stall. I usually just give, like I said, the 2 bigger horses. Thunder is Belgian and standard Red Cross. So I give him two of these full of oats a day. And this would be Zara's stall. Zara is 2 years old, so a little bit smaller than the other ones, and she's not broke yet, so she doesn't work. So she doesn't really need as much feed. This is Prince's stall. So I have to get 2 scoops for Prince. I store my feed in these containers. I really like them because it keeps the mice out. In the chicken coop, I did have one of them get chewed through. I don't know if it was by mice or I did have an issue with rats there for a while, so it might have been them. But other than that, I've never had any serious issues with. So that is the I have to fix that. It's part of the bottom of the feed box coming up. Anyways, that's what I give my horses in grain, in oats, and then I give them just a little bit of sweet feed. On top of that. And for Thunder, a little sweet feed. I just kind of mix it in because they don't like the oats as well as the sweet feed. It has molasses in it, so they would rather eat the sweet feed. So if I mix it, then they got to eat it all together rather than picking the sweet feed off the top. So I usually kind of just stir it up a little bit to make sure they eat all of it. And then pretty much all I do is open the gate and let them out. And they go in the barn on their own. They go to their own stall and everything. Say good morning, Thunder. And this would be Prince. And I just come in here and snap them up. Then I got a horse. And the other two should be in here momentarily. And this would be Thunder. Good morning, Thunder. And here comes Zara. She always comes last because if she comes first, the other two bigger horses pick on her a little bit. So she always lets them come in first and then she'll come to eat. Alright, now for feeding the goats. I give them this horse feed. It's kind of a homemade recipe that I use in an effort to try to find cheaper feed that was healthy. Not sure how well you can see it. But basically it has corn, oats, alfalfa, a little bit of soy in it. And that's what I feed my goat herd. I've got 11 does at the moment. Apologize, it's kind of dark. I guess you probably can't see real well. But I usually give between the two pens, 11 does, I give them 2 cups of this ground feed and pretty much free choice on grass. I usually let them graze for about 4 or 5 hours a day, sometimes more than that because I forget that they're out there. But once I let them outside, you'll probably be able to see better. And we gotta get one for the buck. And that is old Jobsy. That's what we call him. He's king of the goats. And that's pretty much in the morning what I do. I give them all grain. Give the horses grain. And from here, we would proceed out to the chicken barn to take care of the chickens. Make sure I put all my lids back on to keep the mice down. But that is pretty much the horses and chickens, how they're fed. And hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to go grab a jacket because it's a little bit chilly, but I'm gonna go grab a jacket and then we'll go out and finish feeding the chickens. So, see you in a minute. Alright, so I got my coat. And I believe the goats are finished eating, so what I'm going to do is let them out and let them graze. And while they're doing that, we'll go on and head out to the chicken barn and take care of the chickens. Sorry, buddy, you can't get out. A lot of great fall colors. So, out in the chicken barn, chicken yard, I basically use the same kind of feed. Maybe I should move it to the light. This is Daisy. She's one of the guard dogs that protect the chickens from coons at night. So anyways, we're gonna need some water. The chickens, in order to get them to eat this, I usually add water to it. Make it kind of soupy like oatmeal. This room is actually where I keep my chickens in the winter time. Primarily I breed game chickens, American Standard Games, and they have to be separated because they're very gamey. They would kill each other within minutes. So once they get to be about 6 months old, I separate them in those pens for the winter. In the summertime, I put them in separate, what I call round pens. But being that it's second week in November, it's time to start moving them in before it gets too cold. And that just makes the chores easier for me. That's the laying barn there where the laying chickens are kept. I think there's about 80 of them in there right now. And then this barn here is all full of breeding pens and wintertime cages for the game chickens, which we raise them through the winter and then they're sold again the following spring. So water for the feed. I try to pretty much utilize as much rainwater everywhere as I can. And get my special stirring stick. And I just keep stirring this until it's not soup, but kind of like oatmeal. Just a nice kind of gooey texture. And the reason that I have to do this every day is obviously if I were to mix a large amount, it would spoil that it's sitting in the water. So I have to mix every day just the amount that I would feed, and it makes a big difference. It breaks down the feed, makes it kind of mushier, and they have to eat everything. They have to eat all the goodies in there. Nothing is left out because chickens love to pick. They'd pick all their favorite stuff out and leave the rest. So I just try to mix it in there. I also put a feather, a protein pellet in to make their feathers more healthy. And that's pretty much what I feed my chickens. I got a little bit too much water, so try to pour it out without wasting too much feed here. That's pretty much the texture that I make it for them. Right there. And then each adult chicken receives 1 ounce. So I just got a little bit carried away with the water on that. Alright, so feed is ready. We need this is a stray chicken that just decided she's not going to be in the laying chicken pen anymore. No matter what I do the next morning, she's always walking around free. She always makes sure she's the first one to eat. So these are our feed scoops. This is 1 ounce. That's all one adult chicken needs in a 24-hour period. And this holds 2 ounces. So if I got more than one in a pen, I can do it a little bit faster. So let's begin. So I usually start down what I call the long hallway. Which would be this hallway here. I think this hallway is about 60 feet long. So I usually start at the very end. It's Roxy. Say hi, Roxy. Another guard dog. I always start at the very end and then work my way to the front, pretty much. These here are red jungle fowl. They are in the pheasant family. They're actually like the third from the smallest. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but like there's like two other types of pheasants that are smaller than them. But these are found mostly in India and some other parts of Asia. So I breed these. These are pure. It's actually pretty hard to find pure jungle fowl right now in America. A lot of the jungle fowl people have are crossed. But these are pure jungle fowl, and I breed them and sell the babies. So there's 3 adults, so they get 1 full cup of this. I also give them some in their feeder here, so that way they won't fight. They got 2 different locations to work out, and then 1 single cup. Moving on, we next have the golden phoenix. These birds here are descendants of Japanese anagadori, I believe they're called, which were bred for like the emperor's palace or whatever as for show, and they would get tails up to like 30-40 feet long or more. But anyways, long story short, when they tried to introduce them to America, they kept dying off. Something we have over here, our birds have over here, that was killing them off, so they crossed them with game chickens and came up with what is known as the phoenix. So their tails don't get as long as they did if they were pure. But the breeds I have, they still get up to about 5 to 6 feet long. And they molt every couple years. So it's another breed that I raise for show and sell the babies. Next up we have the silver phoenix, same breed but different color. This is an old brood cock that I have here. Doesn't really look very impressive. They're kind of shedding right now for winter. But I've got him separated because he's getting old, and I wanted to try crossing his hens with this white rooster here. It's another white phoenix. So I put him up there. And these are the phoenix hens. These are silver phoenix hens right here. But in order to raise them properly, they need very high perches because their tails get so long to keep them from breaking off. So I keep all my roosts and perches quite high. But they do look pretty bad this time of year. But if you go look under my Phoenix videos, maybe I'll put a link up or something, and in the summertime you can see they look just really beautiful. They have really long tails, and they usually sell pretty good for like 4-H type things. These are the reds. Same breed again, but different color. And the reason for so many different colors is, you know, people are different. Somebody will come here and all they want is red ones. Someone else will come and all they want is yellow. Somebody else will come and all they want is silver. So this is the red variety. And they did not do good this year. I think she sat 3 times and she lost her chicks every time. Because I don't have electric, I prefer to let the mother raise them. It's a lot less work. But it was her first year. Last year, or this summer, was her first year laying and everything. She was just a year old. So hopefully next year she'll do better. So I definitely won't have any red ones to sell this year, but moving on, we go into the cage room. These are game stags here. This is a hatch. I believe he's about 4 months old. Or no, that's actually the Kelso stag. It's a Johnny Jumper Kelso stag, 4 months old. This is the hatch right here. These will be some really nice stags. This hatch here is leaper, 3/4 leaper hatch and 1/4 McLean hatch. This is a Polish rooster here that I'd like to get rid of, but just maybe this spring somebody will want to buy him for like a 4-H project or something. It's got a really nice top hat on him. Make somebody a good pet. Or maybe if they want to show him or something. This is a Pumpkin Halsey stag. I believe he's 6 months old as well. Each one of them get 1 ounce of feed. This is a Dom stag here, also 6 months old. And here we've got a red quill stag. And this would be his half brother here, another red quill stag. They got different mothers. This is a Dom cock with a gray-blue hen, and this would be the same relation to that this other stag up here, his father or uncle. I'm not sure which. And then this would be the Dom hen that goes with it as well. They got a nice pair of Doms. I got to actually build them a breeding pen so this spring I can get babies out of them. Oh, I wanted to show you Daisy's puppies too. She had these with a Jack Russell Terrier. She's a pit bull. But anyways, hope you enjoy and stay tuned for part 2 as we continue doing chores. Peace.